With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster, and it is finally time for the level 99 competition routes of Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy. This is gonna be a task. There are 3 level 99 routes in this game, and this is probably the game where the matches are the hardest anyway. So basically there's just going to be a lot to go through to find any sort of success, but what I'm going to do is just take you through the thinkings of what I want to do with my team. Simeon, up to this point, has always been Mixie-Max with Shadow 10, and that stopped Shadow 10 from leveling up anymore, so I'm quickly just going to mix and match Simeon with a different Shadow. You look good for it. We can have, what does Spirit Hunter do? Blocking and dribbling moves are a little more powerful against fighting spirits. That sounds good. Powerful Shooter. Reduces the power of the opponent's move when using shot blocks. We don't have any shot blocks, so Kick Boost Ultra as well. Simeon is going to re-mix and max with a Terrible Shadow to get his S gene involved, and he can be Big Monkey Man once again. I have not Mixie-Maxed the rest of my team at this stage. I only ever had it on Simeon just because I had a decent enough Terrible Shadow to do that with. There are plenty of players in my squad who can Mixie-Max with each other, like Tezcat with Arian, Victor with Bylong. I think what I actually want to do for this one as a test, I do want to Mixie-Match Tezcat with Bylong because I've forgotten what it looks like. At this point, I do just need to take Bylong out of my party to do it. Look at that, Saw gets into the main squad, I guess. We obviously relied on Bylong a lot in previous series in Chrono Stones, so here I'm going to try and not use him as an actual player. I've barely leveled up his moves at all. He's got Dinosaur Roar in one of his extra move slots, which is because when I bought this game second hand, there was already a bit of actual progress on the save file. They picked Bylong and gave him Dinosaur Roar, and essentially I've traded that. I'm playing on Supernova at the moment, but that was my second-hand copy of Big Bang, and I traded him over to Supernova. So he's available as a Mixie-Max target, and that would be best for Victor, because he's got Vac Attack as a block, whereas Victor, wherever he is, doesn't have a blocking move at all. And Victor plus Bylong equals Spirit Big Moves. But for now, I just kind of trust my Tezcat a little bit more than Bylong, so I'm going to try that Mixie-Max combination first and see how we do in my very first level 99 competition route match. So, pumped up. Yep, that sounds good. And then we can either... Warp Step doesn't really have any advantages compared to Eye of the Storm, so we'll just take Vac Attack as a cheaper defensive move. Alright, so I'm going to try and have a different team with different Mixie-Maxes and different Star Strikers in each level 99 route, but this is the very first one I'm doing. This is what Tezcat with Bylong looks like. And I know the design would be different if I did that the other way around. If I was playing as Bylong and Mixie-Maxing him with Tezcat, it would look at least, different hair and skin colour slightly, but maybe at some point we'll try it that way around. But to give you a look at the rest of the team, this is very much far from its final form. As I said, I've only got Mixie-Maxes on Simeon and Tezcat at the moment, and there's no reason not to have mix and matches on everyone at this point. I just don't really like how they look. I guess Desmodus Dracul, I can also give him one of the Terrible Shadows and bring out his final form, but it's like Arian and Victor, I'm so undecided on whether they should be used as players or as targets, so I'm just going to give them a test run in this first one without mix and matching them with anyone, and then all of my defensive guys, well, I guess Cadence is mix and matched with a level 32 Jelly. I should probably undo that at some point, but basically I want to do my first level 99 match as a tester, see how it goes, and then make decisions on A, who to sub into the formation, and B, who to Mixie-Max with, possibly at the cost of some aesthetic points. But I just want to go into a level 99 match and see how well I do, essentially, for the very first time. We're in the past at the moment, so let's get back to the present day and reveal which competition route I'm doing first. My original plan was to do Sylvia's competition route first because it has the most brand new teams for Galaxy, whereas the other two have a lot of teams that were also level 99 routes in Chrono Stones. But I've basically decided I'm going for the one in this building first because it's got a Spirit Big Moves as a treasure chest reward along the way, and I want to have that as soon as possible so that I can use it. And in fact, I do have one to spare. Where would I even prove that? I guess you'll have to take my word for it. I do have one manual for Spirit Big Moves that I can use, and I feel like I want to use it on either Simeon or Tezcat. Tezcat's got slightly higher kick at the moment. None of these two have been trained in the kick stat whatsoever. Mixie Maxing has clearly boosted them a lot. They're almost maxed out, but they could have a lot more if I took them to the dark room and really put some time into them. And they've both got a special move slot available for Spirit Big Moves. I think the plan is probably to get one on both of them when I've got the second one unlocked. But who to use it on first, I can't decide. So I'm basically going to go into a match without having it on either of them, and then either decide on my own or take some feedback from you guys in the comments, because maybe you think it would be better on someone else. Again, Victor and Bylong can get one by Mixie Maxing with each other. But the other thing I need to point out, that's all my team building. Right now I'm here in the old club room. It's got members of Adult Inazuma Japan available. I can actually afford to recruit almost all of these. Funnily enough, these could be really useful. Some of these are locked behind achievements that I haven't beaten, but unfortunately I've already filled all of the spaces on my team. I actually don't have room for more players. I'd have to let people go to add them to my team, but I will think about it. But I don't really have any competition route matches other than these left to actually get them up to level 99. And you do, by the way, need to make sure when you're doing these matches, your team has to be team level 99. If they're even team level 98, you'll be allowed to do the match, but your stats will randomly be dropped. Or at least that's how it was in Chrono Stones, and I'm going to assume it's the same in Galaxy. So don't bring anyone into this match who is not level 99. Finally, if you want to unlock this match for yourself, I realise we're quite far into this already, you must first connect your copy of the game to the internet, and then it will download some Wi-Fi data for you. Then you can buy 3 treasure chests. You can buy 3 different keys in the Raimon school shop to open some locked doors. We're going to go for Football Frontier Raimon in our first match. And then the keys will be there to unlock various locked doors, including this one in the old Raimon club room. There's also Inazuma Tower cabin in the past where Sylvia is, and there's the Raimon club room locker storage thingy in the main stadium where Nelly Raimon has a route. So check out my silver and gold chest videos if you want to see actual footage of me opening those doors with the keys and downloading the keys themselves. For now, we're going to hop straight into the... I say straight into, it's been forever, but... Mark, we can't see if he has a spirit on this menu, but I'm going to assume he definitely does have margin, because why would he not? Unless you're just trying to represent Football Frontier Raimon. What if this first match actually said you're not allowed to use gimmicks like any spirits or totems or that stuff? I'd be in a rock and a hard place then, wouldn't I? I guess it might be fun, but fully trained stats across the board. They don't have a coach. Can I use spirits? We'll just have to find out when we get going, I guess. We're going to have Arian and Dracul up the side. We always want to make a good first impression, which I'm sort of doing. Is you offside? Yes, we are going to be using spirits. Okay, so right away we have a situation where big moves could have been helpful. I guess I could technically use Bylong's spirit. It's not as evolved as Black Butcher, so we'll go for that first. But White Wyvern would have had the type advantage over this ground type margin, so possibly a mistake, but we'll see. I can't get any closer to the goal because I want to use my actual spirit shot. I wouldn't have been able to get past Jack without armor flying. You can imagine if I had spirit big moves right now, whatever power this does would be multiplied by about 20%, I think it is. It's basically the best skill in the game, and that's why I've been mentioning it all video long. You need spirit big moves to get past some of these goalkeepers. 1,789 sounds like a lot, and that's the most damage that Sxnc can actually do. But you know what? It's not enough to beat Margin the Great, and I don't think it would have been with spirit big moves either. And immediately Simeon loses an interaction by default, because of course he does. So we'll try and backup plan with Desmodus Dracul. Essentially, what we're saying here is, if I can't beat the goalkeeper with the strongest thing I have, which would be Sxnc or Simeon's shooting moves with their spirits up, then I just need to run Force Mark to armorify as quickly as possible. Alright, so we're going to lose every level 99 match. What the hell? Why do you look like that, King? Every level 99 recording is going to be my authentic first take, and if I lose, you're going to watch me lose. So it looks like I'm going to lose. Not the best start, we would have said. I definitely needed to be... I had faith in Cadence Soundtown. I've been doing all the competition route matches in my own time, and well, for the purposes of video as well. And essentially, what I've learned from doing those recordings is that Cadence Soundtown is the one guy I can count on to actually beat out the defenders. But level 99 matches, they're a bit of a different ball game. So no, I cannot rely on him to actually... Really? Ah, this is exactly how we remember it. I'm not bringing it out on Terry. He won't be able to make a save regardless. Let's just get Simeon's active for when we can take a shot. Kevin, are you mixing max with Mercury or Galileo? Someone from Alias, it feels like. Well, I'll get to the March of the Penguins in a bit, I guess. See, Caleb is another MVP, actually. His Jungle Jam is really, really reliable for stopping people, but Cadence Soundtown is usually able to win those just automatic duels without actually getting a move involved in the first place. But yeah, I'm not going to be stopping the Tempest. So, time to strategize then. I think the next priority might just be amping up the Mixie Maxes on the defenders so that they're actually available for use. Axel beat us out again. Asterox will be enough to stop him with my defender, Xavier. Again, I shouldn't just assume... Well, at least it's not a penalty, but good grief, mash that special tactics button. I'm not engaging with this whatsoever. Oh, it actually won't let me do it from this position. Alright, well, maybe later then. It looks like it's worked out. Whirlpool, please. Nah, we're finished, boys. This is good. We're going to go down 2-0 in the very first level 99 competition route match. This is looking a bit embarrassing. Astro Break Z will be the one to do it. Okay, 646. I think we can stop that. Terry doesn't have a Mixie Max active or a totem. This is just default Terry, but it is enough. And you know what? I can't be arsed. Let's just go Gungnir. If they shot block me, they shot block me. Astro Break isn't a shot block. I know that much, right? If it is, then I've just given up a goal. But no, let's get going with the shot chains, because that's the only other way we can get something stronger than an actual spirit shot. Again, if you only played Chrono Stones, where the special moves of an armorified spirit were just stronger than that of a regular spirit anyway, thankfully they fixed that for Go Galaxy. It is so much harder to set up a shot with a regular spirit. It's not hard, but it's harder, so they should be more rewarding with more power, and there's like no reason to use Spirit's regular shots at all in Chrono Stones, whereas now in Galaxy they are stronger. You want to take a Fighting Spirit shot and then armorify them afterwards for the rest of the match, and that's definitely more fun. But clearly they are struggling out there. Oh wait, we're going to get the Tempest again. I shouldn't have done this. Yeah, that's going to bring a swift end to our armour on Dracul. This is wasted. Well, I should have just let him win, genuinely. But the point here is to learn a lesson. We need to get a goal in this match. Now I'm going to try and march the Penguins to get any use out of Dracul before his spirit disappears. The most broken special tactic in the game, and you're going to see me doing it a lot. You know, the tail of the tape in Chrono Stones was me using the Soul Daystar. Tezcat! How bad are you? He's lost again! And thankfully, whoever I'm defending against right now also lost possession of the ball. So this is the absolute strongest thing in my possession. Either that or Victor's Fighting Spirit shot with the Spirit Big Moves of Victor. So I'm basically using this to decide who do I want to give Spirit Big Moves to first out of Tezcat or Simeon or neither of them. And basically, that was really inconclusive. And it taught me nothing. We haven't even managed to get Mark to armorify yet. I had to use Mark to the Penguins to even get to that stage. This is embarrassing. It's going... We're not even close to scoring a goal on Mark, and we need 2 in order to even win the match. S ranking is way out of the question at the moment, but again, the main way to be able to win these matches is just to grind it out using the Dark Room to increase your players' kick stats to unholy levels of numbers and then make them strong enough to get past the goalkeepers. It always felt a bit cheap to me, honestly. I guess we're going with Dracul. I can't safely get to anyone else in time. Holy Roller will have to do, which it won't. I never liked the idea of just having to go into a training room and artificially increase your players' stats to bonkers amounts just to win, but that will unfortunately be necessary if we want to start winning these. That's the lesson learned, basically. I wanted to do this match to at least see if it was possible to make an impact on these without having to just special tactic grind, special training grind to mega numbers. But yeah, we will have to do that. And obviously at this point I've recorded my competition routes guide video and S-ranked a lot of matches, and I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not also had access to that kind of power. I don't have any players on my pitch right now with that kind of special training, but the 2 players that I did have maximum stats on, I didn't actually train myself. They were traded to me when I was recording some old multiplayer videos, so I think it's fine to win off-screen matches with super powerful players that you were traded, as long as they're still legal and not hacked, which they're definitely fine. So I use that to win some of the hardest competition route matches off-screen, but when I'm on-screen I want to actually be using players that I've trained up, and I'll maybe even make the training up process of it part of the on-screen experience, because after all of these matches I want to basically make some kind of tangible difference to my team before a match, be that committing to giving someone Spirit Big Moves, be it trying a different team member or different Mixi-Max combination, adding more Mixi-Maxes, or even relying on those super powerful players if I just completely give up. But I think the main thing we need to see is some actual Dark Room training, because we are clearly way out of my depth with this match at the moment. We're gonna drop another goal. At least Mark's delighted about it. So this one's totally over, but it's been a learning ground, so I don't mind that too much. Let's just finally allow Simeon to armorify. So I think I'll lose this match and that will be the video. I'll try again and beat it off screen, possibly with the use of those super powerful players that I've kept in reserve, or maybe even just get a bit of practice in. But I think the next video in the level 99 series will be against the next team in the route. Oh, I could have just gone with a shell burst, you know, and at least fired it off, at least take a shot. Mark's armor might at least be running out pretty soon. Alright, well, what do we do here? Pants? We're playing pants every day once again. Well, it was a brief involvement. But yeah, I think it's only taken one match for me to admit I can't just try and do every level 99 match in the game without doing some special training. It was fine in Chrono Stones because at least I had the Soul and Bylong 4 Fighting Spirit tactic to rely on. But here I'm not even putting up a fight whatsoever. So I think that's going to be the important change for the next one. Maybe Blam Dunk will get a save. Wouldn't that be fun? Go on, Blam Dunk. Never thought I'd be seeing this again. Blams! And he misses. Well, they've got an A rank on us. You know, 3 goals without dropping one of their own. Let's treat this like that one Ragnarok match. Let's just set our sights on getting a single goal, and then we at least know that it's possible. Sxnc will armorify, and let's hope that he doesn't automatically have the ball stolen off him by any of these other Football Frontier Raimon guys along the way. Well, at least it's nice and strong, 950. This is why I've always liked relying on Sxnc. Let's get as close as possible. Mark does not have a spirit active. He finally run it out, but he can still afford to go for his actual move, which I think will be strong enough anyway. It's funny how this episode opened with like 8 minutes of pure walkthrough, how to beat these matches kind of commentary, and then when I actually get into the match, I got absolutely humbled. I got annihilated, to be honest. Regular, spiritless Mark still just destroyed me. Victor's also going to lose this interaction against Steve by default. Steve wants to go for a totem. That's an interesting bit of representation. The last thing I could possibly do to score, I think, is some kind of Victor thing. Even then, he doesn't have his Mixie Max with Bylong at the moment, so he's not as strong as he could be. Let me level up Heartbeat, get something out of this. Yes, we are making tangible improvements within this match. We're getting there. Gosh, Xavier is actually crazy slow. Where's Victor? Oh, well, never mind. Couldn't get close enough. Let's try and level up Zero Magnum, make it stronger. I could really do with an Ultimate Evolution manual. Just even a single one to drop so I can make moves like this stronger, because, yeah, Mark is absolute... Well, God Hand still wins. We just got humbled by the God Hand. I could have at least had one. Come on, Mark. Okay, that is a dramatic L. That couldn't have gone much worse. But I'm going to attempt it again off screen, possibly tapping into my stronger players. I'm going to learn about it, and then when I see you in the next level 99 video, it will be against whoever's next, and we're going to make some on-screen improvements to make the team stronger and more competitive for that battle. See you then.